All right, welcome to the Mortgage Marketing Expert Podcast. I'm your host, Phil Treadwell. Our guest is Logan Young.
Hey guys.
How's it going? We appreciate you taking a few minutes. You just got off stage doing some training with everybody on Facebook and posting and those types of things. So if you would kind of give our audience a little bit about your background, kind of how you got in your industry and what you're up to now.
Definitely. I went to BYU. I studied advertising. Initially, I wanted to be a copywriter. The first ad I ever ran was in a newspaper for a company. It's like a retirement home. We spent $600, got no conversions. And I found out on Facebook, you can spend just $1 a day to find out if something's winning or not. So that kind of gravitated me to that platform. 3 years ago, I didn't know who Mark Zuckerberg was. Last June, I got the chance to meet him after his keynote. We took a picture together, talked for a few minutes, and it's been a wild roller coaster the last few years. Been traveling, speaking about Facebook ads, really diving deep into it.
Awesome. So obviously we're here at the Create Wow Summit in San Ramon, California. And, Social Survey does a lot with the mortgage industry as a whole. But the mortgage industry is behind a lot of other industries when it comes to digital marketing and social media and those kinds of things. And so it's really exciting to come to places like this that are providing great content and teaching. But what are some tips that you would give originators and mortgage professionals to start using Facebook and to start promoting, their business? Like, what are some tips that you can give them to build their business with social media?
If you want to build your business with social media, you need to be running videos because people buy when there's a need. So if I'm a mortgage officer, loan officer, real estate, people aren't in the housing business all the time.
Right.
It's like Old Spice, an example we talked about earlier, or Geico. They sell car insurance, which people might buy new car insurance once every few years, but they're running those ads all the time.
Right.
So you want it to be that when the need arises for the customer to purchase, you're who they think of. So do that by telling stories. So tell your why story about what inspired you to get into this business, what makes you unique. Your USP is not that you can show, it's not that you know math better, it's your personality. People buy from people buy why.
Right.
So make videos telling stories about yourself that then connect to your product later on. And that's, I think, the first step for anyone, just 1 minute videos.
So 1 minute videos, and then you talked a lot about boosting posts. Mm-hmm. Give a couple of examples that you used whenever you guys were speaking on stage about how to effectively boost posts, how to get traction, and some things that they need to do there.
Sure. So the average shelf life on Facebook is only 24 hours. If you have a video that's really good, you need to put some spend against it. We all know Facebook is a pay-to-play game. So you boost it for $1 a day, initially over 7 days just to test it. If it's a winner, you want to extend it. So we have posts that have been running for $1 a day over 3 years now. And what it does is it puts your presence out there in an automated type of way for a really small budget. So I'll go to conferences and people come up to me and say, "Hey, Logan, I've seen your videos all over. And I haven't put a new video out in maybe weeks because I've been busy traveling.
Right.
But I just have a few winners that did pretty well that I put $1 a day against. So I've got an increasingly larger pool, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15 of these, each for $1 a day. And they just bring this residual engagement, clicks to the website, new customers, leads for your business."
Right. So whenever you promote posts, whenever you boost posts, what are some things that you look at as far as, is it engagement, like likes, comments, all of the above? Like, what do they need to be looking for after they boost a post to say, this is good content or this isn't?
If you're first getting started, keep it simple. Start with reach. Facebook wants to give the users a good experience. If content's good, they're going to show it more often. If content's bad and people don't like it, Facebook's going to be more hesitant to show it. So you can just compare apples to apples, oranges to oranges. For example, maybe you make 5 videos and you boost each of them for $1 a day over 7 days. And you go back in a week later and you're going to see that your 5 videos have differing amounts of reach. Perhaps the average is 1,000, but maybe video number 4 got a reach of 3,000. It's Facebook giving you a signal saying this video people like, so we showed it more often. So that's the number one indicator just getting started. Just look at reach. Whichever one gets the most reach is Facebook's way of telling you this content's resonating. So that then A, make more content like that, and then B, put more spend against that piece of content.
That's a great piece of advice. I hope everybody caught that, because I think everyone gets caught up on the, I hate to use the word narcissism, but they want their posts to be liked and they want engagement. But you're saying reach is really the most important factor when you're talking about marketing and getting exposure and getting that attention.
Yeah. At the bottom of the funnel, maybe I care about sales, but trying to drive attention, awareness, build my brand initially, I just want the impressions, the reach. That's the strongest indication that other things are working.
Right.
If it gets good reach, it's also likely to get good engagement or get a lot of video views or a lot of clicks to the website. So reach is like the biggest indication that everything else up to that point is working well.
So you said video, 1-minute videos are the most effective type of content. What other types of content should they be sharing on social media?
Film vertical videos, test different pieces of content. We like to let the data tell the story. You could test images, you could test short text, long text, do split tests, short, medium, long. Different verticals vary. So I'm a marketer.
Right.
If you're trying to market to marketers, for whatever reason, they really like long form copy and they like the one-liners where you're saying, when I was 16, I got held up. And then the next year I lost my house. And then the next year my power and my water went out. And then on, these one-liners, and at the end. And then I made all this money and here's how you can do it to come to my webinar. That's what marketers do, right? So, but every vertical is different. So test different things. I know like the real estate, some popular real estate agents we've worked with will do tutorials showing the house and a Facebook Live, or they'll create websites for the address where if you have a listing 1310 North Street, they'll buy that domain 1310 North Street and send traffic just to that helps sales. So different pieces of creative you can test, but start with videos, but test the whole array. If you're at a buffet, you want to try some of the lobster, maybe that's your favorite, but try some of the other dishes too. Maybe you'll find a new favorite.
Absolutely. Well, I want to be a good steward of your time. I know that you're getting ready to head to the airport. So I want to ask you one question. We ask this of all our guests.
Okay.
If you could give one piece of advice to mortgage originators out there, one tip to go out and build their business that they could use today or this week, what would it be?
Have a long-term approach. I see so many people that want the results now. I want to go to the gym tonight and have a six-pack tomorrow. You have to focus on the fundamentals. So I'm a huge basketball fan. I love LeBron James. He's my favorite player. If I were to go to a LA Lakers practice and watch LeBron play, he's going to be practicing a lot of the things I would if I went to practice. He'd be doing layup drills, shooting free throws, working on his ball handling skills. Maybe he'll occasionally do some fancy things like a slam dunk or a half-court shot. But for the most part, he's working on the fundamentals. You need to understand the business fundamentals and then just implement them day after day after day. And you might not see the return tomorrow or next week, but maybe in 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years. So many people in the entrepreneurial space are so caught up in trying to get things. There we go. I snap better with my right. My left is a weak snap. My right's better instantaneously. But we find very few people with a long-term approach.
Patience.
So on one hand, you want to be patient with something that's never going to yield any fruit. Like, this year, like orange trees. I had an orange tree growing up. These things take like 7 years before they actually grow oranges. You have to be like really patient. So you don't want to be like, year 21 is the year it'll have oranges. At some point, if it's not doing anything, cut it out. But yeah, more long-term vision.
Awesome. So patience and some self-awareness in there to know that you're being patient for the right types of things.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, Logan, do you have some social media handles, website stuff where they can follow you online?
Yeah. Go to my Facebook page. Just search, I think it's Logan Young CW is my Facebook page. Don't add me as a friend. That's where my family and friends, my page is where I post freely about Facebook, Google, marketing. Connect with me on LinkedIn, and then Twitter is just Logan Young 18. Those are the major handles. And then I think younglogan.com is my website. Logan Young was taken, so I didn't want to pay the guy just to get it. So younglogan.com if you want any more info or connect there as well.
Awesome. We appreciate your time and look forward to catching up with you again soon.
Sounds
awesome.
Good.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.